I had a question about playing a villain. I spoke to one actor who said on the set, being the villain is one of the best things because people on the crew seem to gravitate toward the actor playing the villain. Do you find that at all?
No, they stay away from me. It's playing the villain is it's a great role to have in a Bond film. You know, because you know the film only exists because you're there. I mean, Bond, he'd be stuck in his office or whatever. He had nothing to do. So in that sense, you have a great time doing it, and this was a great role.
Now, you have a great body of work, and in the States, you know, a lot of people know you best, of course, for the Infiniti car commercials. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, were the people at Infiniti a little nervous that at some point in this movie you might have had to have driven a BMW?
Well, the people in Infiniti, I haven't done them for 18 months, so I'm out of contract, so I can drive whatever I like. Fortunately, when I'm here, I still drive an Infiniti. But it was mooted that maybe the bad guy would, if he had a car, would have a fleet of Infinitis, and then they'd all get beaten up by the BMW. So that wasn't a good idea. No.
You know, I love the line in the movie. It's also featured in the trailer. Let the mayhem begin.
Yeah.
When you're on the set and you're going through the script, are there certain lines that you just relish saying?
Well, most of his lines I relish saying. I mean, it's we worked on a series of words. Bruce Fierstein, who wrote the screenplay, I mean, it was part of his enjoyment and his pleasure that he could use this kind of language and have someone with a classical background in theatre who would enjoy that sort of almost Shakespearean style of delivery. Let the mayhem begin, and we had a lot of fun doing that, finding the right words.
You know, you have some incredibly complex scenes where you're walking around and so much is happening behind you.
Yeah.
How difficult was that for the crew to time all that and coordinate all that?
Well, it was all the computer images and everything. It was difficult for them, but they worked incredibly. Everything was set up by the time I got there, and I never ceased to wonder and be amazed at their capabilities and what they could do. And for me, it all went very smoothly, and it was a joy to be a part of, you know, all that stuff.
I've always been fascinated with the theater and how an actor can be on stage, and then when you leave, you go out the stage door, and it's usually the stage door is right by the sidewalk, and people are waiting and then to say hello. What kind of interesting experiences have you had leaving the stage door?
Oh my God. Well, one abiding image I have is in New York. Well, two from New York. One, somebody throwing a punch at me, and during the time of Miss Saigon.
Oh.
But that was dealt with by somebody else. And the other is coming out of Miss Saigon with a lot of autograph hunters, and my then 8-year-old son watching, and we were going for dinner between shows with my other kids, and I signed all the autographs, got in the car, we went to the restaurant, and I was ordering the food, and I looked at him and he was just staring at me, and I said, what's the matter? He said, don't you want to do something else? I said, why, what's the matter? And he said, all that, you like that? And anyway, it makes you stop and think, maybe you do want to do something else. That and being hit. Yeah, great images, all positive, all happy things to think about.